As you've been making your project, some of you have probably noticed that you need to use a lot of decimals to really get the most precise image you're trying to get. So let's take a look at this minion. We want to take a really close look at the minion's mouth. Sorry, some weird zooming going on. We want to take a really close look at this minion's mouth. And it's great because this is already done for us. We're going to take a look at the vertical shift. We know that we have to vertically shift this parabola up 3.2 units after we've shifted it to the left and squished it. But what if I didn't know it had to go up 3.2 units? So let's try something. If I didn't know how high I needed to put it, I could just do like 1.1, 1.7, 2.9, oops, 2.9. I could just keep guessing until I got pretty close. But as some of you have noticed, that's really tedious. So I'm going to draw your attention over here. Instead of writing plus 3.2 and just guessing a bunch of numbers, I'm going to put plus A. And right down here it says add a slider, and this is magical. When I click add a slider, now I can actually change the value of A, not by retyping, but by actually just sliding the graph up and down. So let's slide it back up to 3.2. That's where we had it. Maybe we like it better at 3.3. I actually think I like it better at 3.3. So this slider helped me figure out, 3.3 is the number I want to add for my vertical shift. So now I can actually go back to where it says plus A, and I could just retype 3.3, click off the slider, and that just helped me get a really precise value for the vertical shift. Now, I could also use this for a shift left or right. What if instead of plus 7, I said plus B? Okay. Whoa, look at that. Because we have a domain restriction, this looks like a funky graph, right? We can't really tell what we're shifting or how we're shifting it. If we were to take off that domain restriction, you'd see that we're really shifting a parabola around. I could use that for B. I could actually do B and A simultaneously. I could have multiple sliders going on at the same time. The most important thing is once you've kind of figured out your number, rather than continue to like add slider after slider after slider, I would just write 3.3 and cut off the A and I don't know, 7.1 and cut off the B. Now you'll notice this only goes from 10 to negative 10. So something like 0.015, when you're really precise like that, 3 decimal points, you probably can't use a slider for that. And anything like negative 19, anything beyond 10 and negative 10, you probably can't use a slider for. So just want to make that kind of aware, you want to make us aware of that. So sliders are really helpful. They help us be really precise when we're trying to figure out exactly what to do. You can also throw a slider into a domain restriction or a range restriction. Let me see if I can find a good one. 5.7. What if instead of 5.7 I put C, add a slider? What did we just change? Oh, I think we're changing around here. We're changing that plus. You see this plus was gone. And now it's showing up. And now, whoa, if we look all the way down here, it's all kind of wacky. I think it was at 4.7 if I'm remembering correctly. Or just at 5.7 or something. But now it's back. So you could also use a domain or range restriction with a slider, but you just want to make sure that you replace the number and click off the slider when you're done. I don't actually think I paid close attention to that, but that's okay. That's how we use sliders to help us make better adjustments and more precise adjustments in Desmos.